Rhode Island, a small state with a dark past. Behind its historic mansions, abandoned asylums, and eerie cemeteries lie chilling tales of restless spirits and unspeakable horrors. Tonight, we unveil the 10 most haunted places in Rhode Island, if you dare to enter. 1. The Conjuring House, Harrisville. Deep in the quiet countryside of Harrisville stands a house frozen in time, its walls steeped in unspeakable horrors. This was the home of the Perron family in the 1970s, a place where darkness bled into reality. At night, shadowy figures lurked in the corners, whispering in voices not meant for human ears. Doors creaked open on their own, unseen hands yanked at bedsheets, and a sinister presence loomed over the family with malevolent intent. The spirit of Bathsheba Sherman, a rumored witch, was said to haunt the house, her piercing wails echoing through the halls. Some say she cursed the land itself. Even now, those who dare enter report cold, unseen hands gripping their shoulders, watching eyes in the empty rooms, and a deep, suffocating dread that never leaves. 2. Belcourt Castle, Newport. Beyond the grand gates of Belcourt Castle lies a darkness that refuses to rest. Built in 1894, its halls whisper with the voices of the past. Among the most chilling tales is that of the cursed chairs, ornate, ancient, and eerily possessed. Visitors who dare to sit feel an unseen force shove them violently to the ground. In the dim glow of candlelight, a ghostly monk has been seen gliding silently through the corridors, his hollow eyes locked onto intruders. The grand ballroom, once alive with laughter, now echoes with disembodied footsteps and shadowy figures that vanish into the night. Even the suits of armor, standing watch for centuries, are said to move on their own, their hollow helmets turning ever so slightly, as if watching. 3rd, Chestnut Hill Cemetery, Exeter. Beneath the cold earth of Chestnut Hill Cemetery lies Mercy Lena Brown, Rhode Island's infamous vampire. In the winter of 1892, her body was exhumed, her heart cut from her chest and burned to ash, an act of desperation to stop the plague of death ravaging her family. But Mercy never truly left. On misty nights, a pale figure drifts between the headstones, her hollow eyes glowing in the dark. Visitors report an unnatural chill in the air, whispers calling their names, and the sensation of unseen hands brushing against their skin. Some say her restless spirit watches from the shadows, waiting and hungering for revenge. 4. The Breaker's Mansion, Newport. Behind the opulent walls of the Breaker's Mansion, where the Vanderbilts once reveled in luxury, something unseen still lingers. The grand halls, once filled with laughter, now echo with whispers from the beyond. Visitors report chandeliers swaying without wind, footsteps pacing in empty corridors, and cold hands brushing against their skin. Some have seen the ghostly figure of Alice Vanderbilt, dressed in white, silently watching from the grand staircase before vanishing into thin air. Late at night, muffled voices drift through the air, as if the past refuses to be forgotten. Those who dare to stay too long speak of an overwhelming presence, a suffocating dread, as if the house itself is alive, waiting, watching, never sleeping. 5. View Terrace, Newport. A place of grandeur by day, a lair of shadows by night. View Terrace is a mansion that breathes with the echoes of the past. The mournful strains of an unseen organ drift through its empty halls, playing a song from beyond the grave. Some say it's the spirit of Mrs. Carey, forever bound to her beloved instrument. Others have seen figures standing at the windows, watching, only to vanish when approached. Heavy footsteps sound on the grand staircase, though no one is there. The walls whisper secrets, and cold drafts slither through locked rooms. Here, time bends, and reality wavers. Step inside, and you may never leave the same. 6. Providence City Hall. The heart of Providence beats within its grand city hall, but something unnatural lurks in its chambers. Long after the offices close, the air grows heavy with unseen presence. Footsteps echo through empty hallways, chairs scrape against floors with no hand to move them, and whispers slither through the silence. The scent of cigar smoke lingers in rooms where no one has smoked for decades. Many believe it's the restless spirit of Mayor Thomas Doyle, still watching over his city. Some have glimpsed a shadowy figure standing at the top of the grand staircase, only for it to dissolve into darkness. Those who stay too long speak of an oppressive force, unseen but undeniable, as if something watches and waits. 7. Cumberland Public Library. Once a monastery, now a library, this place holds more than just books. It holds whispers of the past. As the sun sets and the last visitors leave, something stirs in the silence. Books shift on their own, footsteps echo through empty aisles, and a shadowy figure in a monk's robe drifts between the shelves. Some say he guards a long-forgotten secret, bound forever to these halls. Outside, the Nine Men's Misery Monument stands as a grim reminder of colonial bloodshed. At night, distant cries pierce the darkness, and an eerie chill lingers in the air. Those who come seeking knowledge may find something else watching, something that never left. 8. Fort Wetherill, Jamestown. The crumbling tunnels of Fort Wetherill whisper with the voices of the past. Once a coastal defense stronghold, now a decaying ruin, it is said to be haunted by something far older than war. Those who enter speak of a monstrous growl echoing through the darkness, of red eyes gleaming in the shadows, a ghostly hound with fangs that glisten in the moonlight. Some hear phantom soldiers marching through the abandoned corridors, their boots striking against stone, their voices murmuring orders from a long-forgotten battle. Cold hands brush against unsuspecting visitors, and an unseen force watches from the endless blackness of the tunnels. Here, the air is thick with dread, and those who step inside may never truly walk alone again. 9. The Graduate Hotel, Providence. Once the infamous Biltmore Hotel, this place was built on blood and whispers of the occult. Funded by a known Satanist, it became a playground for the dark and the damned. Guests awakened to the sound of laughter echoing through empty halls, glasses clinking in unseen hands. The elevators move on their own, carrying spirits between worlds. Some have seen shadowy figures in the dimly lit bar, only to find the room empty. The most daring visitors speak of waking in the dead of night, paralyzed, as unseen eyes watch from the darkness. Here, the air is thick with something unseen, something waiting, something that never left. 10. The Ladd School, Exeter. The Ladd School was meant to be a place of care, but within its walls, suffering festered. Founded in 1908, it became a nightmare for the forgotten. patients locked away, mistreated, and left to wither. Though the buildings have crumbled, their pain lingers. Visitors hear anguished cries carried by the wind, phantom footsteps pacing where no floors remain. Shadows shift in the ruins, glimpses of the lost souls trapped between worlds. Some swear they feel unseen hands grasping at them, desperate, pleading. The land itself feels cursed, heavy with sorrow, as if the spirits of the tormented still wander, searching for the justice they never found in life. The echoes of the past still linger, their whispers carried on the wind. Some places never forget, and some spirits never leave. Do you believe in ghosts? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying tales.